and welcome back to another episode of the Queens of Ponderosa, where we outfit, outgay, and outslay every single week. This episode was on fire for us.
Yes.
It was such a good episode. We're talking about episode 8. We're excited to debrief it together and with our audience. And after some rough episodes, this is such a good one.
Yeah, I was telling Alicia before we started filming that this season of Survivor is giving me some whiplash because I was worked up about it. Like, I don't actually know if I would say last week's episode is like one of the worst ever, but like I really struggled through it.
It was a low.
It was low. It was annoying. It was frustrating. And then this week, oh my God, like it had everything. Everybody was playing. It had the storyline. Like, everybody had a role to play. It brought in drama from not just earlier in the season stakes, but like previous season stakes. It was so good.
And the twist was good.
Yeah,
I really liked it. I'm going to be honest.
I liked it too. Like I feel like for once did a twist that I like actively want to see again.
Same.
Like, there's been twists here and there where I'm like, okay, that wasn't that bad, but I don't know if I'm like clamoring of like, do that again. I would love to see this twist again just because like now if they do it again, players will be anticipating this twist and the way that people will try and game it.
Yes, is going to be so fascinating.
Will be so interesting to watch because we kind of saw, I guess we're getting straight into it. We kind of saw this episode that certain partnerships were inherently protected because people weren't willing to let one of their alliance members go. And so then
anyone with idols.
It came down to the two pairs that were in alliances together. I guess there was a third one of like Ozzy and Steph, but they were never really in the conversation. So it became like, okay, well, everyone else is paired with someone that we don't want to leave.
Yeah.
So that's why it has to be either Aubrey and Rick or Chrissy and Coach. For a while, people were trying to get it on Rizzo and Emily, but that never really picked up a lot of steam. So like, anyway, it was just really interesting, and I genuinely would love to see it again. Maybe not every season, but I genuinely would love to see this again.
I would too. And I think another huge factor was the idols. Yes. I think that's why Ozzy and Steph weren't targeted and Rizzo and Emily weren't like seriously considered either.
Yes.
Because they would both be protected. So I think they were just like, this group doesn't have one, this group doesn't have one. And on top of that, they are from the same alliances.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I would love to see it again. And it was so interesting to see who had the most like social pull because it's like that person can't go, so they're automatically like safe, whoever they're with.
Yeah.
And an interesting, because if you haven't watched the episode, stop watching, go watch the episode and come back.
Yeah.
In Chrissy's exit interview, she was like, Coach and I have kind of talked about like who sunk our ship. Was it Chrissy or was it Coach? I would love to talk about that more with you.
Yeah.
But just should we just start from the top of the episode?
Sure, let's do it.
Okay, so it gets to, I actually can't remember exactly how it starts, but this is where I started taking notes. It was Jonathan, Steph, and Chrissy having a conversation about how Coach needs to like calm down. And Steph is like, we have the solid alliance of Jonathan, Steph, Chrissy, Joe, Sari, and Ozzy.
Yes.
And Rizzo, I think, may have been thrown in there. So they're like, we have this solid 7, like, we're good, we're cool. And I was just like, wow, it has not been very clear to us in the edit how under the radar Sari and Ozzy are and how much they seem to be playing to that side.
Yes.
Because they are so confidently like, yeah, Sari and Ozzy are with us.
Yes. Yeah, this episode, we definitely saw how...
It clarified a lot.
Yeah, I was going to say, like...
Clarified.
I remember last week we talked about, like, what do they mean? Like, who is in the middle? Who are they referring to? And I think this episode made me realize that, like, the term middle was being used, like, incorrectly. Because I think what they actually 100%. Meant were, like, the...
Who's not with us?
Exactly. Like, they kept saying the middle, and I think it's because they were trying to essentially get, like, oh, like, the people who are, like, the floaters. Like, we made the joke last week of Coach being Rachel. Like, floaters, you better grab a life vest.
Yep.
And so, it, like, they weren't actually like, oh, there's two sides and there's a middle. It was basically like, okay, there's our alliance of 7, and then there's people on the other side.
And then I guess Tiff on the bottom.
Middle, yes.
Yeah, or the other side.
So yes, a lot of clarity. We basically see that there is an actual middle, and that middle is that trio of Ozzy, Suri, and Rizzo, because the Christian, Emily, Rick, Aubrey foursome thinks that trio is with them. And then the Steph,
the honor integrity,
Joe, Jonathan, Coach Chrissy think that 3 is with them too. So Suri, Ozzy, and Rizzo were actually in the middle, but like nobody knew they were in the middle until kind of tonight.
Yeah, no one clocks that.
Yes.
The other thing that happens before they had to divide off into pairs is Ozzy has a good connection with Tiffany, and he's basically like, hey girl, I voted for you. Coach basically said to. And but I like want to work with you, and I'm offering you Coach's head on a silver platter. Like, I'm not with him. I want to work with you. I'm down. And Tiffany has this good moment where she's like, in Survivor, it could be enemies today and allies tomorrow. And I'm open. Like, I'm very, very open.
Yeah.
And I think we saw that a lot from her this episode, just being like open with people. So she has a good connection with Ozzy. And later on, she has a great connection with Joe.
Yes.
And I wrote next to this, I was like, okay, Ozzy, more social game. That is so like intentional.
Yes.
And maybe it was just never showed in his previous seasons, but I genuinely think it didn't exist in his previous seasons, because the old Ozzy would have been climbing trees and getting like catching fish for everyone and just like camp life, camp rock. But this season, it's very, very social and very intentional about playing that way. So I was just like,
me too.
Attaboy.
Me too. And I think that like, yes, edit, but like those are words like Ozzy himself has repeated this season. So like we're hearing it straight from his mouth of like, yeah, I'm really trying to like be more chill, and like I'm working with people that can short my weaknesses, like Suri or Rizzo, that are so strategic. So yeah, I also thought this was a great episode for him, and loved to see this actual development.
I know, I loved it.
It was nice because like the very beginning of the episode opens with them coming back from tribal, and like everybody kind of like BSing Tiff a little bit, and she's like, I wanna cuss people out, but I can't because I don't want to give people another reason to vote me out. So then like when she wakes up in the morning and has this conversation with Ozzy, it was like, okay, I'm not down and out. I have some options. And like I'm rooting for Tiff so hard.
Me
now.
too.
Like the Suri, Ozzy, Rizzo trio, and then Tiffany are like the people that I'm like, yeah, those are the people I want going deep.
They're great.
Really enjoying them. And I am happy that it didn't seem like, I'm happy that what happened wasn't just like, okay, well, like the easy vote is Tiff. Because it kind of seemed like there's a discussion earlier in the episode, like they get this note, as you were mentioning, where they have to divide into pairs. There's 13 people, so one person's left out. And the initial conversation was like, okay, doesn't matter what happens, no matter what happens, let's just get Tiff.
Yeah, everyone's kind of like, okay.
And so I was really glad that it didn't just turn into like a really boring, straightforward, easy vote of like Tiff is on the bottom and has no allies, let's just cut her now.
I agree. And I think, I don't know if that would have happened anyway. Like,
definitely. Like things could have shifted.
Yeah, and I think they would have, because I think there are people that want to work with Tiff and they kind of like want her as a number. I don't know. Another thing that was mentioned before they had to split off into their groups was Coach saying, I just ran the hell out of that vote.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I took control.
Yeah, he loved it. He loved taking control over that whole situation. And it's just so, it's
that
just.
Camila Cabello song was like, she loves control.
I don't know that one. I should listen to her more.
Listen, tangent.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you, like her most recent album, CXOXO. Did you hear, like, the one single that made some noise was called I Love It?
Okay.
Did you hear it? Where it's
no,
like,
probably not.
I love it, 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 I love it. Like, she kind of got clowned on that song, and a lot of people were like, oh, like, she's really leaning into, like, the Charlie XCX of it all, like, hyper pop-esque sound. But the album was kind of good.
Yeah,
like,
like why is that wrong? Let her lean into that. The pop star moment.
She gets clowned a lot online, I think, just for like being cringe in like a lot of ways, but there's some songs on that album that I'm like, I kind of loved the sound from her.
Oh my gosh.
You
I
were-
just spit my
you
soda
were
everywhere.
so gagged by my
like,
vocals that you just couldn't even
I love it. I love
swallow.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember listening to one of her songs through my divorce, and it was like such a good breakup song.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember what it's
There
called
was a
right
song.
now.
There's a song, ironic, because I'm not really a huge fan of her specifically or of Ed Sheeran. But my favorite
What?
Camila Cabello song is "Bomb Bomb" with Ed Sheeran,
That one's fire.
because
I
that's
do
like
know that
her
one.
breakup song with Shawn Mendes of like, oh God, how does it go? It's like, you said you hated the ocean, but you're surfing now.
I don't know.
Said I love you for life, and I just sold our house. Like, it's basically her reflecting on like, that's just how life is, and like moving on from it. And I remember when I was
I'm gonna
going
look it
through
up
a
right
breakup,
now.
being like, oh yeah, like this song is getting me.
Camila Cabello. When
I
did she
was-
go blonde?
For this newest album, CXOXO.
Whoa, she looks so
My favorite song,
different.
if you want a rec from that album, the song is called Chanel Number 5.
Okay.
And it honestly is giving. Do you listen to Rosalia? Okay, well, it's giving like Rosalia meets
Wait, what
like
one's your
Charli
favorite
XCX.
one? I have to remember.
Chanel Number 5.
Okay, Chanel number 5. Right
And
there.
then her previous album has another song with Ed Sheeran called Bomb Bomb that I
Yes.
love. Those two
Okay.
are really good.
Good to know. I'm
Yeah.
so excited.
Godspeed is good too on that album.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta find this breakup song now. Where the heck is it? Never Be the Same. That
It's
one.
you, babe, and I'm a sucker for the way that you move, babe.
And Something's Gotta Give from that same album.
I don't know that one.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know that one.
That one is so good.
Camila Cabello
Anyway,
had her solo blow up when I was on my mission.
She's so
I
beautiful.
came back and everybody was like, "Oh my God, yeah, Camila Cabello had a huge year, Havana," and I was like,
Havana.
I remember when Camila Cabello was like formed with Fifth Harmony on the X Factor. I voted for them.
Oh
I wanted
my
them to win.
gosh,
So
that's
when I came
amazing.
back and it was like, yeah, she's solo now. Like I remember
Yeah,
she had
big
left
deal.
Fifth Harmony when I was still at home, but anyway.
Anyway, what's the girl's name she was part of Fifth Harmony and she was on Dancing with the Stars this last season?
Oh, I think 3 of them have done Dancing with the Stars at this point. There's,
can't remember.
Well, Lauren
Yeah.
was on this most recent season.
Oh, it was her?
Yes.
I don't know their names. Anyway,
then-
I loved her and I was so sad.
Allie Brooke and Normani have also done Dancing with the Stars. And I think Normani and Allie made it really far and Lauren didn't.
Lauren got screwed, I think. I think
Yeah.
she was amazing.
Yeah.
And I was really sad.
Yeah.
Anyway, we digress.
Who won this most recent season?
Robert Irwin
Oh,
and
yeah.
Whitney Carson.
Oh, thank God he won.
Yes. And Alex Earl
Got second.
got second. And I loved Alex
and Whitney
Earl.
Levitt got like 4th or something.
Yeah. She was incredible
I recently
too.
saw the clip of like when Jen gets eliminated.
Yeah.
And people were like looking at Whitney because it seemed like she initially was like really excited and like caught herself so that it didn't seem like.
No way.
Yeah.
I feel like she would. Like
Because are Whitney and Jen not friends?
No,
Oh, okay, that's probably
not
why.
really.
That's
and
funny.
they're just like
Oh
competitive
my God.
and petty.
Okay, sorry, we're on a tangent now. Did you see
okay,
that
it's important.
the Salt Lake County police like dropped the
Oh,
like the new domestic violence allegations for Taylor
Were
Frankie Paul
dropped.
have been dropped.
I did see that. And I saw this thing on Instagram that was like, since they're dropped, is ABC gonna drop the season?
Oh, I don't think so.
I don't like. You've made your bed. You gotta lay in
Maybe
it.
like they always could just like drop it on Hulu like weekly. But
It would be fun, but
yeah,
I don't know if they
kind of-
will.
Kind
Whatever.
of crazy. Yeah, it's
Insane.
It's kind of wild. I saw.
It's
Did I
insane.
send it to you or something? I need to see. There was an Instagram. I can't remember if I sent it to you or if I sent it to my friend Kenzie. Hold on. It was so funny. It was
I don't think you sent it to me.
Oh, I should have. It was so funny. God, I'm gonna have to scroll up so far to find it.
Havana, ooh, na, na.
It was a joke about chairs getting
My
thrown.
heart is in Havana, ooh, na,
Am I not gonna
na.
be able to find it? Oh yeah.
Let me see.
Okay, look at this.
Paper, scissors, rock. Paper, scissors, rock. Paper, scissors. Oh, what is that one?
That is so good.
if you're not watching, well, I didn't even show the video of you. It was a video of people playing rock, paper, scissors. And then one person steps off screen and they're like, what's that one? And then it shows a chair being thrown. And it made me laugh.
That's hilarious. I love the chair throwing jokes.
Yes. Okay.
As dark and horrible as it is.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go when they have to divide into their groups of 6.
Yeah. So they get this message from
Groups
a
of 2.
boat. And it's like, I don't even remember what it says, but it's like the game, like something's
The
happening,
game is
like
changing.
like
yeah.
double. Like Jeff tells them the twist at the challenge, but the note says something to the effect of like,
I don't know, because I wrote down when Jeff was announcing it in the challenge, like of what was going to happen. It was like double duo, double the stakes, double decisions, double the consequences.
Yes.
But I don't know if it said that in the note.
It just said something like you need to get in pairs.
Yeah,
like something's
get in
happening,
pairs,
kind of a thing.
and then one person
will be left out.
So that was like the first discussion of who's going to be left out, and everyone wanted to be the person left out.
There was like quite a few people that put their like names in the hat per se. Suri ends up being the one who's shot in the dark gets picked. And she was like, I don't want to like screw anybody in the challenge, so you should just let me do it. So then her shot in the dark gets picked, which was like the perfect outcome, not just because I love her, but also because it was like so good for the storyline of the episode of having the pairs being what they were. I'm like, I genuinely don't know if you could have had
a more perfect
like better storytelling.
grouping.
Like it was perfect. It was so good.
And we did learn in an exit interview as well, I think it was Chrissy's, that initially Emily and Aubrey were put together.
Yes.
And then once the pairs settled, Emily or Aubrey, I can't remember who, was like, hey, if there's something physical, like this is unfair. And so then Rizzo and Devins, they were together. They decided to split.
Yes.
And be with the girls. But other than that, it was like so fair, I thought. Like,
yeah, so the pairings end up being it's mostly along alliance lines. We heard from Chrissy's exit interview that Jonathan specifically pairs up with Christian because they were not aligned and he's trying to build more relationships. But other than that, it's mostly along the lines of alliances. So Jonathan and Christian are a pair. Ozzy and Stephanie are a pair. Chrissy and Coach are a pair. Rick and Devins are a pair. Emily and Rizzo are a pair.
Joe and Tiffany.
Joe and Tiffany are a
And
pair.
Ozzy and
Joe and Tiff aren't aligned, but Tiff is shown talking to him of like, I think we would work together well. I'm good at puzzles. And Joe's like, yeah, that's fine. So then
he's like,
those
cool.
are the pairs.
And she is an absolute baller. Like,
Yes.
she's, and so is Joe.
Yeah.
I love Tiffany.
Yes, I love Tiffany too.
As much as we've said about why is she on this season, which
yeah.
I'll still stand by, she is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Like I love her.
Her being cast initially is kind of like, what? And now that she's there, I'm like, you are like the sole force of resistance, at least up until this episode, of this like obnoxious honor and integrity bullshit ass alliance. So like, I'm gonna stand you no matter what.
Yeah, me too.
Love
I love her. I love
Yes,
it. Love it.
love her.
So great pairings.
Yes.
And I also think Suri wanted to sit out because she knew, and I think everyone kind of knew, based on who gets to sit out, they get to go to exile and be safe.
Yes.
So I think she was kind of like, I want to
Why
be in
not?
that category. Yeah,
Why
that sounds
not?
great. And
Yeah.
and it is like, you know, she doesn't want to sink someone else in a challenge. Like, okay, whatever. Makes sense. Let's see. Before they go to the challenge, there's also this moment where Joe has a conversation with Jonathan and then Ozzy kind of shows up. And Joe's like, hey, I think we need to target Devins and Tiffany. And then Jonathan's like, and Aubrey. Like, what do you think about Aubrey? And he's like, oh yeah, of Aubrey. So, and Aubrey. So those three are kind of like, okay, those are the people we should kind of target. So it's good that Devins and Aubrey are together.
Yeah.
Anyway, then we get to the challenge. Oh, wait, sorry. One other thing that was hilarious. Coach also has a sit down with Tiff before they go to this challenge. And Coach tries to like smooth things over with Tiff. Because
Was
he's
this
like,
before or after the challenge?
before.
Oh, I thought in my mind it was like after the challenge. It was like damage control. But okay.
Yeah, it was before the
remember,
challenge.
Okay, I remember the conversation though. Yeah.
Yeah. And Coach is just trying to smooth things over. And he basically shifts the blame on everyone else. And he's like, everyone was saying your name. Everyone was saying your name. And I was trying to push for Emily. Like, I wanted to vote Emily out. But everyone is saying your name. And so I was just like, okay, I guess, you know. And I just wrote down liar.
Well, because then Tiff
Coach
goes,
is a dirty skank, like
Yeah.
burn book. Like
'Cause
he's
then-
such a liar.
I mean, Coach would never, he has honor and integrity though. He would never do that.
He doesn't play Survivor like that.
Yeah.
No. It's just funny to me
Ugh.
because, and listen, if he didn't like claim to play the honor and integrity
Yeah.
game, it wouldn't bother me.
Yeah.
Girl, say it, like, lie as
Yeah.
much as you want. But it's just because he claims to play that way and then he
Yes.
doesn't.
Yes.
And it's so funny to me when players have to wear the label on their sleeve of like honor and integrity, but it's like, how about you just play then with honor
Yeah.
and integrity? Like just play how
Well,
you're saying instead of just saying like, I play with honor and integrity.
yeah.
Lying. It's
Especially
like, what?
because like Tiff then says, well, who was saying my name?
And he's like,
Coach
oh.
literally, he literally does this. He closes his eyes and just goes like, and he like can't even say anything because he's so full of shit.
Yeah, and so it goes
like
to, yeah.
he can't even like back up his own lie because he's like,
And does he not
I'm
think it
full of
through?
it.
Is he
no,
not like, oh,
we saw
this'll
what he
work?
did with Dee a couple episodes
sure.
ago. Like Coach is a bad liar. He's bad at Survivor. Like I don't care about any narrative that he wants to say. Like literally the only reason that he made it as far as he did in South Pacific is because he formed a literal cult. That's not even
Yeah.
a joke. Go watch the season.
No,
He
no,
uses
it's-
religion to manipulate all of these extremely religious people. And Sophie just goes along with it because she's like, okay, like
whatever. Cool.
It's
yeah.
crazy.
That's insane.
Crazy
He
behavior.
really is.
Yeah.
Clinically, like,
Oh.
especially after his exit interview, which we'll get to.
Psycho.
Anyway, so then they go to the challenge. Taylor, tell us what Jeff introduces.
Jeff goes,
Just like that, too. He goes, so.
he goes, oh, what's the line from Macbeth where it's like, double, double, toil,
And
trouble.
Something.
Cauldron burn and kettle bubble, like the witches in or Macbeth. Jeff like opens up and is like, 63%, was that the number?
Was that it?
63% of the fans say we love twists, bring it on. So we're gonna give you another one, bitches. And this one is called Double Duo. And is like, what you're gonna do is you're competing in pairs. You're going to vote in pairs and you're going to be, one pair is going to be voted out. Or sorry, I shouldn't say, you're not voting in pairs, but you're competing in pairs. You
Voting
vote
for a
pair and a pair is going home tonight. Shout out to all the pairs.
Yep.
So it's a similar, like Big Brother has never done a duo elimination, but Big Brother a couple times has done twists like this where it's like you're competing in a duo, you win, like the veto is a duo, you're nominated as a duo. So it's similar to twists Big Brother has done, except the caveat is like you're going to be eliminated
As a duo.
as well.
And didn't Chrissy say in her exit interview that they do this in like abroad survivors? That they've done it in like Australian Survivor? She said something about it being implemented abroad, and Sharon was like, yeah. Anyway, I don't know.
I don't know if I remember off the top of my head.
I don't know.
I mean, I believe her 100%. I just don't know if I remember off the top of my head. My Australian Survivor trivia compared to US is really bad.
That's
I'm
okay.
just
I
gonna
haven't even
say.
seen it. So
Like, I could probably tell you most of the winners. And I think that's about it. Because
Which is amazing.
There's so many people and the seasons are so long, which some people really love. But like the Australian Survivor seasons are like, I think 22 episodes.
yeah, it's
They're
long.
so long. So I feel like it's kind of hard for me to remember specifics.
Makes sense.
So anyway.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm drinking this soda and I keep burping. So I like
That's
cover my
okay.
mic. I'm like, ugh.
You're good. You're good.
The other thing that Jeff introduces as well is that it's reward and immunity.
Yes.
So the winning pair is immune and they get to enjoy spaghetti and wine back
I
at
love
camp.
that like basically nobody reacted to. Like
Which is-
Steph is like, oh, tiramisu's my favorite.
She's
He's
like,
like,
"That's my favorite."
spaghetti, wine, tiramisu. And everybody's like,
Which I would go feral for spaghetti. I
mean,
love spaghetti.
It's probably just because the rewards are just like so lame now. Like, I don't know. I feel like
yeah,
it
it's
would
like
be.
you get to get on this helicopter and fly to wherever in Fiji, and I
feel
miss
like
those.
I feel like if I was on Survivor, I'd want to go and like be way over the top with the rewards. Like,
Yeah.
that are so funny. Like, there's this scene in Big Brother where Rachel on her very first season has won HOH. And they, on older seasons of Big Brother, it used to be a segment every week where the HOH would like show off their HOH room. I don't know if you ever saw that. They don't really do that anymore.
I did see that, yeah.
And so there's a scene where she's going up to her HOH room. I think it's the second time she's won. And my all-time favorite Big Brother contestant is Brittany Haynes, who was on The Traitors. You remember Brittany?
Yeah, blonde Brittany.
Love Brittany. So Brittany's on this season with Rachel.
Because that's where the rivalry like started.
Kind of, yes. Yeah. Brittany's on this season with Rachel, and Rachel opens up her HOH room, and Brittany, like, over the top is reacting to, like, every single thing in there of, like, oh my God, Rachel, you got tequila. Oh my God, look at these pictures that you got. Like, it's so funny. And then she's, like, in the diary room being like, Rachel
no one
doesn't
cares.
even realize that we're trying to make fun of her and like how she acts. Like we're just over the
like
top.
trolling
and
her.
so I'm like, that's what I would want to do if I got cast as like troll Jeff of like spaghetti. And I'm like, oh my God, I love spaghetti so much.
They're like, wow.
And if I don't win, pull a Liz Wilcox and be like, I'm pissed.
This is why we need you out there, Taylor.
I just feel like I'd want to just go and be like, not annoying. I know I would be edited as annoying because I just feel like that would happen. But, like, I just feel like it would be funny to, like, take the piss out of stuff like that.
It would. It really would. And it's just fun to, like, just have fun. Like, be out there and be silly and don't be so serious. Just, like, whatever.
The last thing that Jeff announces before they get into the actual challenge is that the person left out, Suri, is going to Exile Island. So, Suri is gone. Challenge happens. We can talk about what Suri does after, but let's talk about the challenge.
So, the challenge is split up into two, like, segments where the 6 pairs compete and the first 3 to finish that move on.
Yes.
And they have to like shoot their ball up on this little track and like run through some ropes and catch it and they can't drop it. Then they throw the ball back to their teammate and they have to do the same. Then they have to take that ball and
on,
they have
paddles.
Yeah, and on paddles and they have to like pass it to each other
and
basically
launch it into a net
and throw it into this like net. And then run over this thing and whatever.
Then they do a Survivor Classic where they build a bridge with planks that have different holes in them as a puzzle. That's
I thought that was part of the second one.
A bunch of times. And then the second half of the challenge is the final immunity challenge of Survivor 49, where they have to like use paddles to get this ball out of a cage and then do a
puzzle, a maze.
What are those called?
Like a table
maze.
A table maze.
Table maze, yeah.
Yeah, so they have to land 2 balls in the maze.
Yes.
So
and
that's the challenge. Also going into this challenge, Aubrey and Devins are like, we're the underdogs. We're going to suck because there's Jonathan and Christian. And then there's Ozzy and Steph. Like, they're so strong. Joe and Tiff are so strong.
Yeah.
So they're like, we're going to lose.
Yeah.
But the first 3 to make it through were Joe and Tiff, Steph and Ozzy, and Aubrey and Devins.
Yes.
Joe and Christian were close, and Jonathan.
Yeah.
And Jonathan was like kind of crashing out and like, getting frustrated at Christian because Christian's just so calm and like steady, and he still is like has some hustle to him, but not like the animal like Jonathan.
It reminded me of, we saw a bit of that Jonathan in 42 quite a bit. He would get, I think he's just competitive,
short.
And I can't read him because I would do the same thing. Like, I'll read Jonathan for a lot of things, but him getting fired up in challenges, I'm like, I would be exactly the same.
Yeah.
So, he was getting a little snippy.
He was getting a little bit snappy. Yeah. And so then out of those 3, Joe and Tiff win. But they were behind at first. It was Aubrey and Devins that got their ball out of their cage first.
Yes.
And then it was Steph and Ozzy a little bit after that. And then Joe and Tiff were last to get to the maze.
Yeah.
Aubrey and Devins didn't land a single ball in their table maze. And Steph and Ozzy land one, but it's after Joe and Tiff already land one. So it was like Joe and Tiff, Steph and Ozzy, and then Joe and Tiff win. And they did so good. Like,
they did.
Tiff was so steady. She was so calm. They were just amazing.
They really slayed the challenge. I was pretty proud of myself because when the pairs were first made, I said to Josh, I was like, my initial take is that the pairs that are in trouble tonight are Aubrey and Devins and Chrissy and Coach.
That's what I thought too.
And then that's what ends up happening. I was rooting for Aubrey and Devins to win the challenge just because I thought that would make things the most interesting because I guess in hindsight, it wouldn't have mattered because they would have just turned on Emily and Rizzo is what they would have done. But like, I was like, oh, if Aubrey and Devins win, I feel like there's no immediate target because Coach and Chrissy are going to be like, well, we can't vote out Ozzy and Steph. We can't vote out Tiffany because we would lose Joe. Like, we can't vote out Christian because we would lose Jonathan. And then I thought they would say, like, we can't vote out Emily because we would lose Rizzo. So I was like, I kind of hope Aubrey and Devins win because then they're going to have to, like, eat their own. But then it didn't necessarily matter a ton because Tiffany wasn't going to get voted out anyway. And then we kind of see when they get back to camp that Chrissy wants to get Emily and Rizzo out. So if Aubrey and Devins did win, as much as I thought it would make it more interesting, I think the conversation would have just been like, let's get Rizzo and Emily.
Yeah.
And then it would have just been, instead of Coach and Chrissy versus Rick and Devin, or Rick and Aubrey, it would have been Coach and Chrissy versus Rizzo and Emily instead.
I do still think that Coach and Chrissy would have gone home.
Oh, I think they still would have gone home. It was just that my initial take at the challenge was like, oh, I think the most interesting outcome is if Devins and Aubrey win.
Yeah, I totally agree.
So, anyway.
And they didn't.
Yes.
Also, after this challenge, Jeff shares that in the pairs, if one person has an idol and they choose to play it at tribal council, it will protect them as a pair, not just as an individual, which is major.
Yep.
I have to burp. Oh my gosh. And then he also shares if one person in the pair plays their shot in the dark and it hits, it also protects both of you.
Yes.
Which is crazy. Anyway, so everyone's like, what? Sari didn't get to watch the challenge. She was over on exile. So then everyone goes back to camp and it goes over to Sari and what was going on with her. What a perfect person to have this excursion. Like, I was watching this and thinking of you just the entire time. I was like, I bet Taylor's just eating this up. So tell us what happened on exile.
I was so nervous that like something bad was going to happen to her just because I was like, Sari always gets screwed by Survivor. So she gets to exile. There's a million coconuts on the beach.
2,000.
She reads this little message on a piece of wood where it's like, you're on exile. Good news is you can't get voted out. Bad news is you currently don't have a say in tribal, but you can. On this beach, there's a coconut that has a phoenix on it. There's 2,000 coconuts. If you find it before the timer runs out, you get a vote and you can go back and vote it tribal. If you don't, you spend the night here on exile.
Yeah.
And so she flips over the hourglass, doesn't have a choice, and then is searching and searching and searching. And there's this montage of like, she's really sweating and it's super hot outside and she has to take breaks and she is like physically kind of overwhelmed and cries. And then she talks about in her confessionals of like, you know, these are the moments that like fuel me. People keep asking me, why do I keep coming back? It's because I want the extra juice to be like, I believe in myself. And it flashes back to like her catching the fish on her first season and convincing Eric to give up the necklace and her crossing the beam in Game Changers. And I cried. I cried because I love her. She's a hero of mine. And it, you know, I just, as maybe annoyed as I was of like all these random ass like little journeys and challenges that get thrown in and take away screen time from other things, I was like, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain about like Sari getting like another moment to just like prove her legacy of like never giving up and being the kind of person that at first glance you think would have no shot on a show like this and just completely kicking ass every single time.
And like, we have journeys like this. We have hard moments, but this is what makes Sari so special is that she like lets people in and she's willing to be vulnerable and she's just so confident and like sure and calming and inspiring. Yeah. And she said, she's like, this is why we love Survivor because it strips people away of everything. Yeah. And it makes you just like look at yourself and do hard things. But that's how you build confidence. Yes. Is doing things that are really hard. I just realized this is twisted. Anyway, and I was like, oh, I just love her so much.
Me
like
too.
she's so amazing. Yeah. And thank heavens she went back to camp and saved what was going on.
Yes, she finds the coconut.
Yep, she finds the coconut. She gets to go back. Does it.
Before she gets back, the initial conversation, like we were saying, is that the two initial pairs being tossed around are Coach and Chrissy and Aubrey and Devins. There's a conversation, I think the more pivotal conversation, because people are basically voting, because you can still vote individually. Yeah. So people are kind of voting along alliance lines. We see a conversation of Ozzy and Rizzo, and they're like, if Sari were here, like, what do you think she should say we would do? And Ozzy is like, I think she would want to get Rick and Devins out. Like, you can get Coach out at any time. Let's get rid of like these floaters now. And Rizzo kind of concurs. So then the conversation is like, all right, Aubrey and Devins, especially now that Aubrey doesn't have her idol, let's get her. But then Chrissy.
There's also a moment with Emily.
Yes.
So, but Ozzy and Christian and Emily are chatting, and Emily's like, so we have to vote for Coach and Chrissy. This is like a no-brainer.
Yes, because Emily's argument is the opposite side of like, if we vote out Aubrey and Devins, the other side can steamroll us and have all the numbers because it's going to be like Joe, Coach, Chrissy, Jonathan, Steph, Rizzo, Suri, maybe. Like, it's going to be like all those people versus us, and they're just going to pick us off. So
yeah, I loved Emily for that. I was like, thank you, because that's what I was thinking going into this after Joe and Tiff won. I was just like, it's a no-brainer for Coach and Chrissy. And also just because of who we're rooting for and that they're not aligned with them.
Yes.
And it was just so funny to me that Ozzy thought that Suri would say Devins and Aubrey.
Yeah.
Were you shocked by that?
A little bit.
Because I was like,
a little
no,
bit.
she would definitely say Coach and Chrissy. That's what I thought.
My gut instinct was that it went back to the conversation she had with Dee of like, Colby is the head of that alliance. Yeah. Let's get him. Yeah. And then I was like, okay, the new head of that alliance that kind of reared up after Colby left. It was Coach. Like Coach, and you could argue that like Chrissy was a part of that. So I was like, I feel like she'll want to do that. And I was like, that also frees up the game, which I think
much
will allow Rizzo, Suri, and Ozzy to really work the middle effectively now. Because if you get rid of Coach and Chrissy, then it's like, okay, Joe, Steph, and Jonathan are isolated. Yep. Then you still have like the nerd alliance of like Aubrey, Rick, Christian, and Emily on one side. You've got Tiff that's kind of a free agent already. So then it lets the trio of Ozzy, Rizzo, and Suri
get to work,
do whatever they want.
I love it.
So yeah, Ozzy saying like, oh, I think she would want us to get rid of Devins and Aubrey. I was like, I
literally was like, huh?
I think you're wrong, honey.
I'm like, listen, I have never met Suri. I have not been living on the beach with Suri like you. Yeah. And I feel like you're wrong. Yeah. Like, I don't know how you have such a bad read on this. Yes. But I loved his humility and willingness to shift and she just talks sense into people. Yeah. So then it goes to the reward with Joe and Tiff, and they connect for real. Yeah. And Joe does what Coach should have done, yet does not know how to do, and that's take accountability. And Joe was like, Tiffany, I'm so sorry, but I voted for you. Yeah. And blah, 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 blah. He just was being really real with her. And he's like, I want to work with you. She's like, I want to work with you too. And he felt like a real connection with her. And this was the moment that I felt like we saw the Joe from 48. Yeah. Where he was able to connect. He felt like light and positive and happy and like optimistic. And I think it's because he won something and he got food in him, which helps so much. Yeah. And he's like, we need to go for Devins and Aubrey because they're the floaters. They're in the middle, yada, yada, yada. And Tiff is like, yeah, I agree. I think it's smart to keep Coach because no one likes him. Yeah. She didn't say that, but she said that in a confessional, I think. Yeah. She's like, he would be so easy to sit next to, and that could be great. Then it goes back to camp again, and we see Chrissy telling Coach to calm down, and she's like, you cannot sink us today. Yeah. You need to just sit in the hammock and be quiet. Yeah. Like, you have to do that. Yep. And she then named herself the Dragon Slayer Whisperer. Yeah. And she comes up with this thing of just like, we have to gun for Rizzo. Like, he has this idol. He kept it forever. No one knows him. Like, this is how he played his idol in 49. She's telling some people that. I can't remember who she was telling.
I feel like she was telling Aubrey and Devins that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because they were like, hey, we can't come for each other. Let's just go for them. Yeah. You know? So Coach is just laying in the hammock. Yeah. Doing haikus to himself, singing to himself. Yeah. And trying not to tank their game.
Yeah. I thought, like, obviously it didn't work out for her, but I think this is honestly like a pretty good move on Chrissy's part, because when you see that the guns are pointed at like each other, it makes a lot of sense, and you're probably able to convince the other party really effectively of like, hey, instead of us both going for each other, like, what if we take out this group in the middle instead?
Yep.
So I thought this was honestly a pretty good move from Chrissy to
great
try and
move.
shift it onto Emily and Rizzo. Like, it is riskier because he has an idol. But like, I was like, I mean, yeah, because anything to get more votes off of you and onto like a centralized
else.
target
Yep.
would be good. But then, yes, or were you going to say something?
I was just to say, it's something that I wish people did more often when they're on the bottom together.
Yeah.
Is like, hey, let's work something out.
Yeah.
And it's not that they're on the bottom, but like they're in the hot seat. And I think it's just the smartest thing. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, let's not shoot at each other. Let's work together and figure something else out.
Yes.
Because then it's like beneficial for everyone.
Yeah.
And I think I didn't get, maybe I just forgot, but what did Devins and Aubrey think of that plan? Like, did we get their side of things? Were they ever really down for Rizzo and Emily?
I don't really feel like the only thing that I remember Aubrey doing, because I was screaming at the TV, was her being like, I really wish I had that idol.
No, duh, Aubrey.
I almost didn't play it again. I made the best decision I had with the information I had at the time. Hindsight's 2020. And I'm like,
No,
oh
girl.
my God, Aubrey, like you
Stop.
were, this is just an analysis of Aubrey's game, not about her as a person. I was like, you were insufferable to watch on Survivor because you had an amazing game the first time that a lot of people argue you should have won. No one can take that away from you. And then 3 more times you've played so badly.
Yeah, I think her problem is
So
that she just
badly.
plays scared.
Yes.
And I think it's just hard because I want her to like step into herself and have confidence. And like,
Yes.
she had that her first season where she played with more authority and more
Yes.
confidence. And then every season after that, it's just playing like scared and timid because she doesn't want to mess up and she doesn't want to like
Yeah.
play things wrong. And she doesn't want to be told something,
Yeah.
not listen to it, and then screw up her game. So
Yeah.
she's like, I should just listen, you know?
Yeah, I feel like the armchair psychologist in me that has no qualifications at all to say this
Sure.
wants to say that I definitely feel like Aubrey still is probably not over how Ko-Rong went.
No.
Because I'm someone that's brought this up on this podcast before. If you know, do bitter jurors exist? Like at the end of the day, jurors can vote for whoever they want, so it's maybe hard to argue like, do bitter juries actually exist when the premise is that you
yes.
can vote for anything? But like, if you were to point to an example of bitter jurors, Scott and Jason
Textbook.
got hardcore outplayed by Aubrey, like
Yeah.
crazy.
And they were
like,
horrible. I hated
kind
them.
of like screwed her out of the win a little bit because
Mm-hmm.
she outplayed them so bad. And I think that like Aubrey has now been like so afraid to like really brutally outplay people, and I think tries to like placate a lot. And yeah,
I just want to shake her because it's
she
like,
just was making me so mad this episode of like, oh my God,
I was
girl,
really
like you
upset
just
too.
rolled over and gave it away for absolutely nothing.
yep.
Like
I just wrote, come on, girl.
yeah.
Come on.
Be for real.
It was just, no duh.
yeah.
Like you knew you weren't on the chopping block.
Yeah.
You only played it because people are like, you better play it.
Yeah. Dummy.
Like just Scott and Jason, bullies
Yeah.
and they weren't being bullies. Of course, they're just players trying to flush an idol, but it's like, don't listen to them because your like best
Yeah.
interest is not in their mind. It's their own best interest. And
Yeah.
their own best interest is that you get rid of the idol.
Yes. Yeah.
Aubrey, like I just am like,
Unreal. Yeah.
I could, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, love her, but
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
Just makes me sad.
Yeah.
It's sad when like you see Survivor have a negative, I feel like, impact on someone.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's impacted her in very, very positive ways
Yeah.
too in her life. I don't
Yes.
believe in like the all or nothing,
Yes.
but it's like, I mean, the textbook example is Todd
Yeah.
because Survivor like ruined his life.
Uh-huh.
And I've met a few of his family members and they're like, we cannot speak of Survivor. We don't talk about Survivor because it's like so triggering.
Yeah.
I mean, Richard Hatch is in jail.
Yeah.
But that's his own fault.
Well, he was.
He was.
Yeah.
He's out on the streets now.
He's coming to Utah in like 2 weeks
That's right. To watch the thing.
with Johnny Fairplay.
Did you buy a ticket?
I haven't yet. We can if you want.
Yeah,
though.
we should.
Okay.
We really should. I would love to go to that
I'm
with
pretty
you.
sure Todd is expected to be there.
Yeah, I saw that on there.
Yeah.
So maybe he's doing great.
I mean, he has his business where he does like custom Funko Pops and stuff and has
Oh,
done
cool.
Survivor ones.
Okay, quick sidebar. Because you just said he has his business where he does da-da-da. It made me think of Adam Klein. and how angry I get at the TV when Jeff's like, you think you have what it takes or you want to come out here and apply now? I have multiple times. What is wrong? Like, you've seen my audition tape.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's not bad. But obviously it's not what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Mike Turner, his audition tape, have you seen it? It's him singing while he's sitting on top of a roof, showing just panorama, not even himself. And then he flips the camera and he's just singing on top of a roof. They loved it, gobbled it up. Okay. What the hell?
Okay.
So, do I pay Adam Klein
I thought
to help me? Because I haven't done that yet.
Well, I was gonna say the last time we had this conversation, I thought your conclusion was yes, I'm going to do that.
I know, but then I was like, should I do that? But now I'm like, I've just been back and forth. But I should do it?
I mean, if you want. At the very least, you get to say you had a conversation with a Survivor winner.
That's true. But I had to like pay for it.
It sounds like my audition tape needs to be like me on like a stripper pole.
Absolutely.
Like spinning while I'm like talking about myself, and then I end in like a split.
I love it.
And I'm wearing like ripped
Death
tights.
drop.
Yeah.
Love it.
And like a rhinestone leotard.
See, I was gonna do the Elle Woods like audition tape to Harvard,
Yes.
where she like comes out in her bikini and she's like, "Hi, I'm Elle Woods." Da, 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 da. But then I didn't do that because I was making it in December, and I was just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Should I just do that?
Sure.
Should I just like use what I've got?
You know what's so crazy is that you say that, and my very first reaction, the very first thought I had when you were like, I've auditioned, why am I not on the show? I was like, I was literally like, I was like, you need to show your boobs.
Okay.
That's what I was going to say.
That's what you know what?
That was literally the very first thought I had is like, I was like, obviously don't say
wasn't
this out
enough
loud, but I was like,
cleavage.
I was like, Alicia needs to make an audition tape that's like, hi,
Hi,
producers.
I'm a super big fan.
Yeah.
You know what? You're not the first person to tell me that, and I think it's a sign.
Yeah. You do
God-
a thing where you like wear really low cut shirt and you like do a lot of like bending over.
Yeah, God bless me with this.
Yes.
Use what your mama gave you.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks,
Oh, yeah.
ancestors.
Absolutely.
All right, whatever. I'll make that tweak.
And I'll get a breastplate so that we can do like matching audition tapes.
I love it.
Yeah.
That would be so sweet.
Yes.
Fine. It's hard because I want to be on the show so freaking bad.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard because I see players like Aubrey.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, what if I just play like that?
Yeah.
And that would be so devastating and hard
everybody's-
to watch.
I think that's everyone's worst fear is like, am I the first out? Or like, what if I go and I get purpled?
Mm-hmm.
What if I go and I suck and I'm really bad at it? Like, I feel like that's something that I almost like expect if I was to get on the show
Yeah.
at this point of like, go into it and being like, I'm probably going to lose. Like,
That's crazy.
I understand.
Just
like,
to lower expectations.
I understand manifesting, like, I'm going to go and I'm going to win, but I'm just like, God, like, I genuinely think it would be so damaging to my psyche if I, like, went out 1st.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I would literally just be like, can you edit me out? Can you, like, please edit me out of the show and just pretend that I wasn't there?
No.
Like,
yeah,
really
I know
don't.
what you mean.
Can you give me the sherry pie edit,
Yes,
please?
the sherry pie.
Yeah.
Just like, due to
Yeah.
Taylor's mental health,
Like,
he's been cut out.
He was edited out of the episode. We're going to start on episode 2. Yeah.
It's just crazy. It's putting yourself out there,
Yeah.
but it's just a game. Whatever.
Yeah.
Just a game.
Yep.
So back to the game. Coach is whatever, just being chill in the hammock. Then when he's sitting there, someone's like, oh my gosh, is that Cerise? Cerise back at camp.
Yeah.
So she comes off the boat and everyone's like, oh my gosh, Christian's like, thank heavens, Cerise
cavalry
here.
has arrived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like a funny little clip from Christian because I'm like, are they still working together? I mean, we know that
She's working with everyone, girl.
she's working with everyone. We know that Christian really, really wanted to work with Cerise from day one. And so
Yeah.
I'm like, is there more going on there that we don't know about? Like, why would he be so wildly relieved?
I genuinely think that Suri is working with everybody.
I believe it.
It's giving when she was on Big Brother and was in an alliance with everybody.
Every single person.
And everybody.
I believe it.
Like, I mean, based on today's episode, everybody thought they were in an alliance with her.
No, it's true. It
So,
really
like,
is true.
I think literally everybody is like, oh, great, our alliance member's back. Every single person on the beach thought that.
That's so amazing.
Which is crazy.
And that
She's so good.
She's so good.
She's so good.
She really is so good. We
Yeah.
love her. And thank heavens she came back.
Yes, she comes back.
Because she helped correct the course.
Yeah, like Ozzy and Rizzo give her the download.
Yeah.
And she's immediately like, no, baby.
No,
Like,
no, no,
we
no.
like when you
No,
get a
honey.
chance to get rid of two, you take the shot at Coach and Chrissy. If you can get them both out, like, you can get rid of the floaters anytime. I'm assuming stuff off camera that said is like, Ozzy, if we get rid of Chrissy and Coach now, Steph, Joe, and Jonathan have nowhere to go.
Yep.
We can use them to pick off the other people and vice versa. We are fine.
We're fine,
We need to
girl.
get rid of them now.
Yes.
Because if we don't, then there's 5 people on one side, 3 people on the other that are going to be like, they're not going to work with us.
Yep. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is what I was thinking. And
Yeah.
Sam mentioned, he's like, I love how she can come back and like have these conversations, because she also is chatting with Joe.
Yeah.
And she has a confessional where she's like, the hardest part is going to be, or maybe Rizzo said this, I don't know. But it's
Well,
like,
Rizzo's the one that was like, I want Joe.
yeah, he's
in
like,
on
we
this.
have to, or else he will not want to work with us long term.
Yeah.
And which is true.
Yeah.
Good read by Rizzo.
Yes.
So they were like, the hard part is going to be telling Joe, because there's no way that Joe is going to vote for Coach
Yeah.
and Chrissy. But the way that Sari talks to people is just so calm. And she's just like, no, we can't do this because we got to do this and this and this. And like, think about it this way and blah, blah. Like, she's just so calming. I really think it's the nurse in her. I think
yeah.
it's the mom in her. I think it's the minority in her.
And
she just
it's-
knows how to like read
Yeah.
people and placate to them.
Yes.
And she's so good at it.
Masterful at it.
Masterful.
Yeah.
Absolutely masterful. And Sam was just like, she's amazing at that.
She is.
I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
Another key thing that happens is she connects with Chrissy,
Correct.
and Chrissy spills this plan to her of like, we've got to go for Rizzo and Emily. Chrissy and Joseri's like, interesting. You're dead to me.
Yeah. She's like,
Dead.
as soon as I heard Chrissy was going for Rizzo, who, one thing that she says is like, nobody except for Ozzy in the game really knows that Rizzo is like my closest ally.
Yeah.
So when I hear that
So
Chrissy's
cool.
going for Rizzo, it's done.
Done.
Like, case closed.
Yep. And it's game over.
Yeah.
So then she goes to Rizzo. She's like, so
Miss Chrissy's going for you, honey.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're the plan. And he was like, what? Chrissy? Okay. She's gone. Like,
Yeah.
that's done deal.
Yeah.
So I think that answers the question that Chrissy brings up in her exit interview of who sunk the ship of
Yeah.
Coach and Chrissy. I think it was Chrissy.
I think that,
I mean, I think they were going home actually either way.
I think it was, if we're just talking about this episode, Chrissy probably played a bigger role. But like, Coach set them up for a downfall throughout the game.
He set them up for a downfall 16 days before that.
Yeah.
So
Like,
not much you can do.
with how he acted last episode, like,
Yeah.
total clown show, girl.
And also in that same breath, Tiffany, who hates Coach, is like, we could kind of keep Coach. Because we would all want to sit next to him. And
Yeah.
he's a great person to be with.
Yeah.
So
I feel like something that's interesting is that I'm trying to remember the last time we saw like an intentionally unlikable goat like dragged to the end. Because
yes,
honestly, like in the new era, it kind of just seems like there's always somebody at Final Tribal that, not because they're unlikable, just because they kind of have like no agency or
Yeah.
strategy in the game, they just end up being a 0 vote finalist.
yeah. And I really think it's the people that are like sweet and likable and they kind of just like roll over to every plan. They're like,
Yeah.
yeah, this, that, whatever.
Yeah.
They're just like more of a passive player.
Well, and it's just like the people that always get like the football like torn out from underneath them, like
Yeah.
Xander on
Yep.
41, and then Romeo on 42, and then Owen on 43, and then you had 44.
Charlie.
Like, yeah, and then you had like Ben on 46.
Ben.
You had Jake on 45. Like, there's always like, you had Sue on 47. Like, 48 and 49 are the exception because all 3 finalists got votes. So I kind of feel like, yes, Tiffany makes this point of, oh, like everybody would like to sit like next to Coach, but I'm like, the last time that I feel like an unlikable goat, like specifically unlikable goat got dragged to the end, I would argue like Angelina in 37
Yeah.
maybe, and even she's not on the same level of unlikable as
No.
like previous goats that we've seen.
No.
But like, I feel like Angelina's the
I
last time
think
you
that's
could
a good
argue
comparison.
that like, oh, this person would be really easy to beat, I'm gonna take them with me, versus like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I guess you could argue that like Sue in 47 was like that, but it just feels, the energy just feels different. Like,
No, it's
Angelina
very
intentionally
different.
feels like yeah, like no one's gonna vote for her.
Yeah, it's different because there were like the reactions from tribe mates towards Angelina and Coach. It's like palpable. You can
Yes.
see and feel that they're just kind of like eye roll, like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
You know? Sue didn't really get that a
Yeah.
ton.
Yeah.
She's just
She's just
a
there.
sweetie pie. Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's different.
And
so yeah, it is
and
interesting.
Sue, did you know that she's actually in her 50s?
Is she? Is she really?
Well, wasn't that the thing on the show? Is that she was
Oh.
like, I'm not going to tell people how old I am. I'm going to tell them I'm like 42.
Yes.
And then
that is
everybody
right.
like pregame.
And they were like,
everybody pregame was like, no one's going to believe you're 42, girl. What are you talking
well, and it
about?
was funny because when she revealed that in Tribal, everyone was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, that makes
Everyone's
sense.
like, oh, wow.
Oh, that's so
Oh my
shocking.
God. What?
I thought that she had like I remember she had lied about
Yeah.
her age and this and that, but I thought you were like saying that she's actually older than what she said. So it's like she lied about being the age that she was and the like age that
Oh,
she was
yeah,
lying
yeah,
about.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyway,
She always had that dirt on her face.
yeah, the contour.
Yeah.
People said it was
Oh,
contour.
Yeah, it was fierce.
So cute.
Yeah.
She's so funny. But actually, it was just the tribe mates not telling her that there was dirt on her. Like,
Yeah.
that's so mean.
Yeah, they're rotted for that.
They are absolutely rotted.
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, none of you are my friends.
Yeah.
Like, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh,
God, 47 was so good.
it was really
Did
good.
I put 47 at the top of my new era rankings? I think I did.
I don't know if you did.
It was either 47 or 45. I think I might have put 47 at the top.
I
Because
actually can't
47
remember.
is so...
Did I do that in my
good.
phone or in my notebook?
We both
I
did
need to
it
review
somewhere.
that. Yeah. That was really fun. That was
We know that 48... I think we both put 48 at the bottom.
Yes.
Or was it 43?
No, I think we put Alligator was at the very
Okay,
bottom, and then
43,
48 was
yeah,
right
yeah,
after
yeah,
that.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
I have another burp. Oh my goodness.
Nasty. Ooh, that was a good one.
That was a good one. It's so gross. Ugh. Okay. Sari comes back, saves the day.
Yep.
They go to Tribal. Oh, and meanwhile, Devins is kind of freaking out, and he has this confessional where he's like, there's that idol there at
Yes.
Tribal.
Yep.
And I, as you know, much crap as we give him, and we've said this, I love this move. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I love it. I think it's so good.
Absolutely. Amazing payoff to that storyline.
I
this
was so
episode.
happy to see that.
Yes.
Before we get to that play,
Yeah.
Dee walks in looking so hot.
Stundra.
So hot. Hottie hot.
Beautiful.
I was like, wow.
Yeah. She walks in and
Our mayor.
Chrissy's like,
Huh?
and I was screaming at the TV. I was like, Chrissy, shut your mouth.
You'll be sitting right next to her in a minute.
Get ready to get pretty.
Yeah.
Chrissy.
Get ready, girl.
Yeah.
Another thing I noticed when she walked into Tribal, there was phoenixes everywhere.
Yes.
Like on the rocks, on this, and that.
Yes.
And I was like, Sam, did you see that? And he goes, I wonder if the pair gets voted out to be eliminated, but phoenixes are all about like rising from the
Yeah.
ashes. What if the two compete against each other, like against their pair, and then the winner gets to come back? And I was like,
Oh my God, that's why Chrissy didn't do her exit interview on Rob Has a Podcast yet, because she's
goodness.
coming back.
we just didn't know. But anyway, I was like, oh, that would have been interesting.
For sure.
But my thought is like, first of all, there's not enough time left
If
in
it
the
was
episode.
a 39-day season, maybe.
For sure. Yeah, I think, yeah. But there's too many people, and they have to
yeah.
get rid of too many
There's
people.
still 12 people left.
But it was also a good point. I'm like, something to keep in mind. I feel like they would do something crazy like that.
Or there's 11 people left. Sorry.
You're fine.
There's 11 people
And
left.
there's 10 days left.
Is there 10 people
No. There's,
There's 11, because there were 6 pairs and a single. There's 11 people left,
yes.
because 2 people got voted out.
Yes.
Yes, correct.
So 10 days left.
Yes.
They could do something of it because the Phoenix is a thing. I don't know. But I was
Yeah.
like, oh, interesting thing
Yeah.
to keep in mind. Then we get to, everyone's chitty chatting, whatever. Devins has his idol play.
Yeah, he's like, cause like Joe is monologuing, and then like the audio goes like low, and it's focused on Devins, and he's thinking. Then Jeff asks him a question, and he looks up, and he's responding, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm feeling nervous, like,
Yeah.
like I'm really wishing I had that idol.
And then he's like, and you know what?
I had a clue.
I've been waiting for a while to do this.
Yeah.
This is the perfect time. I don't feel good. I found this clue, and I'm just gonna. He just got up, walked over, and dug it out, and was like, "It's about time I get
Yeah,
it."
and everyone was gagged.
Completely.
Gagged. Like reactions that you genuinely just do not see.
It was so
every
good.
time. It
was so
yeah,
good.
people like as soon as he does it, it's instantly live tribal. Like everybody's like, oh my god, like running around, and people are like, is it real? Like, oh, he like Chrissy's like, he still has to play it. Like he could not play it. Like do this.
Make
like,
him play it.
Jonathan and Stephanie are talking. Then Rick is like, you know, if the alliances were already obvious, they're obvious now. Like Rick is doing what he did in Edge of Extinction, just like causing chaos.
Yeah.
And like he's like, you can see who's talking to who, and then Jonathan makes this
Stupid comment
of like, yeah, you're showing your real colors, Rick. And Rick is like, so are you. What are you talking about?
What
like,
do you mean?
God, Jonathan just pisses me off.
Me too.
He's so condescending.
I love to see him squirm, and I'm just like,
Oh,
you're such a jerk.
I loved
yeah.
that the smirk that he's worn was just like wiped off his face. This
You know what else I
episode.
loved is seeing Stephanie's true colors, because when she goes over and is talking to Jonathan,
Yeah.
they're just like, what do we do? Blah, blah, blah. Stephanie's like, we should make him read it. Like, we should make him open it and make him read the letter and this, and that. And she's like, you go ask him. And she points to Christian.
Yeah.
And she's like, you go.
Yeah.
And he was like, me?
I don't
No,
wanna be
like,
part
I
of
don't want to
this.
be part of this.
Yeah.
I'm like that. And that's also such a rude way to talk to someone.
Steph and Jonathan are just
They're
unbearable.
such
They're
assholes.
nasty people.
They really
They're
are. Like, I'm
gross.
sorry. They are freaking jerks.
They are.
And I'm just like, don't point your finger and be like, you. Like,
Yeah.
he has a name.
Yeah.
Or just do it yourself.
Yes.
Like, woman
she does,
up.
She does later.
Gosh.
She's like, can I see it? And Rick is like, no, knowledge is power. I'm not showing it to you.
Yeah.
And then she's like all butthurt about it.
Yeah,
It's
totally.
like, oh my God, Steph, like grow up.
Literally.
She's so annoying.
Ugh,
I can't stand
hated
her.
it so
the
much.
fact that she's so, I said this before, she's so lucky that she was the last person
Oh my
on her tribe on her
gosh.
original season so that she could have this hero narrative every time she
Mm-hmm,
plays. Because she's always been like an asshole.
Yep.
Like both in Survivor and obviously we talked at length about the stuff she said and done in real life to be perceived that way too. So like a very delightful bit of karma this episode to just see Steph and Jonathan just get absolutely dragged. It was fucking fierce. Like, and never thought I would be thanking Rick Devens for doing that because I also can't stand his ass, but like
Honestly,
Rick
though,
Devens,
work,
like
Rick Devens.
you're my hero this episode
Yep.
because you gave a much needed slice of humble pie to all 5 of those motherfuckers in that alliance. All 5 of them just
Totally.
completely ate shit because
Yep.
of you, and it was fierce.
I loved it. I loved it so much.
Genuinely amazing.
You know who didn't love it though as much? I think Christian. Because
Really?
it like cuts to Christian. I couldn't get a read on like what he thought of it, but I feel like he was. I
Rick
feel like he
Devens-
was a little bit annoyed that he used it then.
Oh, really?
Because
feel
I
like,
think Christian knew it would be okay.
I feel like Rick had to have told him that he was going to do it.
Maybe. Yeah, I feel
We'll
like
have to,
that's true.
We'll find out,
see.
but I just feel like there's no, with how close they are, I feel like there's no way that Rick did it without telling Christian.
Yeah, because they do have a little conversation where he's like, if it feels tight tonight, like maybe da da
Yeah.
da. But I feel like they had the numbers, don't you?
I said that to Josh after, where I was like, it definitely solidified no matter what that Rick
Mm-hmm.
and Aubrey weren't going home. Because Chrissy in her exit interview, we were listening to it where she's like, did Serene really come back and like sway all those people? Like,
Yes.
I don't know. I think so because
I know so.
people were voting individually. So if the 5 honor and integrity people are voting together,
Mm-hmm.
that's 5 votes against Aubrey and Rick.
Devins. Yeah.
Or Aubrey and Rick.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've got Aubrey's vote, Rick's vote, Christian's vote, Emily's
Emily.
vote, Cerie's vote, Rizzo's vote, Tiffany's vote,
Done.
and Ozzy's vote. Like, I just don't, like, even if Tiffany gets convinced to, like, not vote out Coach, that's still 7 versus
Yeah.
6. Like, I really think they had it.
I think they had
really
it too.
think they had it.
And with Coach like playing his shot in the dark, which I don't think he would have
he
done.
would not have done it before, no.
So it was just like good. Like it was good on his part, but I just think it was a moment of like being a little bit nearsighted. But what's so hard in Survivor is you have to be.
Yes.
Because if you don't make the moves like that, then you don't have another day
Yeah.
in the game.
Yeah.
But what's so tricky is like I think he really would have needed that more in
Yeah.
the future.
Yeah.
But it's like,
I mean,
you got to guarantee your spot.
Everybody thinks it's real. So, like, if he can convince people that it's real.
You know who doesn't though is Emily.
Yeah.
Because both Chrissy and Coach had mentioned that Emily was like, it's not real. It's not real. Like she was being really vocal about the fact that she thinks it's fake.
But was she saying that honestly?
I don't
Like,
know. I
'cause
don't know.
She didn't know about it, but like, would she actually say that?
I don't
or
know.
Not? Like, yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know.
Well,
And we can't really believe much of what Coach and Chrissy say.
because Coach's exit interview, you want to talk about delusion.
Girl, I have notes about that. He needs to be studied.
Yeah, like, he needs to be studied. The exit interview fully confirms, like, it's not a character. He is literally this delusional and insane in real life, has a warped perception of himself and of literal reality.
Yeah, he is clinically crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, no
yeah.
questions asked.
Yeah.
Before we move on to his exit interview, what did you think of his of Devin's lie to Aubrey of why he couldn't play it tonight? I
Well,
loved it.
Yeah, so we were talking about international stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that has been done. I'm pretty sure that thing of
Like a fake?
I can get the idol, but I can't play it until the next time. I feel like that's been.
I feel like that's been done in the
on an
US.
international season. I don't think so.
Oh.
We've seen the thing where it's like you have
hasn't
to
been
burn
hidden.
the wax.
Yeah.
Like, burn the wax and you can get it. But like, I'm pretty sure there's been an international version. And if maybe I'm making that up, but like, if not, I still think it's a good.
It's so good
idea.
because he just leaned forward to Aubrey and he was like, "Hey, the rule is I can't
Yeah.
play it tonight. Like, it's gonna have to be in the future." And she was like,
Yeah.
"Okay."
Yeah.
I thought it was so smart because
Yeah.
then it also secures like it helps justify why he didn't play it to people, but then
Yes.
he is going to be in a pickle if it's like you got to show the note or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I would just not show it.
yeah,
I'm
it's
not
like I
showing
don't
you
have
shit.
to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you don't think it's real? Vote for me and find out.
Yeah.
Like
Do
honestly,
it. I'll
do
play
it.
it and
You won't?
I'll get you out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love Survivor.
Yes.
I love Survivor.
Yeah, it's fierce. So
Anyway.
the game is, I think, going to be really fun to watch now because the hardcore alliance.
They're gonna ball out.
Well, yes, like Suri, Rizzo, and Ozzy are gonna ball out, but like
you were talking.
I was saying, just like them getting rid of Chrissy and Coach really opens up the game so that it'll be like less rigid. We don't have to listen to like Coach's annoying tangents.
Haikus.
Chrissy's edit makes a lot more sense now because she went out in a twist. And usually, I think we mentioned this on the pod before, but when people go out in twists, a lot of times they'll get smaller edits to like minimize the potential fan reaction.
Yeah,
like they
being
don't want to.
pissed.
Like, so obviously, Coach, like you're gonna milk the screen time for what it's worth because he's like the biggest character that Survivor's ever had.
Yeah.
So it makes sense because Chrissy ended the season with 11 confessionals, like
Wow.
only 11, which is less than one an episode on average.
Crazy.
So it makes sense that like she didn't go to tribal like at all pre-merge. So like didn't really have a storyline there. And then the only real thing of consequence that happened in the game was like the tribal where it was either
Camilla.
her or Camilla. So like I'll say this episode also kind of like, I'm not necessarily like saying that it changed my whole perspective on season 50, but I think this episode I finally was like, okay, like,
Let's go.
well, that and then like the editing on this season, I'm like, yeah, like some people just are not as important to the overall storyline. Like, yes, it is kind of annoying that there's still these trends on average that like men get more confessionals than women. Women of color get like even less confessionals. At the same time, it's like, yeah, like Chrissy, Camilla, even Tiffany,
Angelina.
up to a certain point, Angelina, like they weren't just like super relevant to the story. That doesn't take away the thoughts I had of like, it
No,
was
I
really,
think they
it
still
was,
stand.
it was
Yeah.
really weird that we didn't get like certain edits of certain events or certain confessionals for people. But like this episode is one where I could take a look back at the edit and be like, I kind of understand like how we got here. Like I kind of understand why there's people that we just saw less of because it just like, it just wasn't as relevant to the like the story of the season.
Yeah, because it's even like we're all like Q and Aubrey, like what the heck? Q's gone.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't make it that far, and Aubrey hasn't had the most impact, but
Yeah.
she might in the future. I don't know. I feel like the edit has put them in a position where at this point in the game, we're like, wow, there are so many ways it could go because we kind of know a little bit more where everyone lies, which is great.
Correct.
But I still am unhappy with the edit.
Yeah.
Up to this point.
For sure.
Because they laid in so much groundwork for Christian and Devins and Emily.
Yeah.
So much groundwork for Ozzy and everyone else. Like Ozzy's relationships, Ozzy's relationship with Suri, which is great. Coach's relationship to everyone. But it's like there was some time that you could have given up from Zach Brown or
Yeah.
from any of those people that I just mentioned.
Yeah.
To like tell the stories that we all wanted to hear because they're such iconic people.
Yes. Yeah, I was going to say, so everybody got confessionals this episode, which is great. Ozzy and Christian are still like way ahead of everybody. Christian has 45. Ozzy has 48. The next highest is a tie between Rick and Rizzo, who both have 31.
Come on, where are the girls at?
Yeah, so like,
Gosh.
it's still like those two edits. And then the only people that haven't gotten 0 confessional episodes left are Aubrey, Christian, Emily, Ozzy, and Rizzo, which is making people online think that the winner is going to be one of those 5 because we have not had there's not been a winner that's had 0 confessional episodes since Erica.
Wow. Makes sense.
So there's been winners before
Christian,
Erica.
Emily?
There's been winners before Erica that had 0 episode confessional or 0 confessional episodes. But if the trend stands, then people would say the winner is going to be one of Aubrey, Christian, Emily, Ozzy, or Rizzo. So we'll see. We'll see if that stands true.
Interesting.
I'm obviously hoping it's still Suri, but we'll see what happens.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Before we get into the exit interviews, obviously Coach and Chrissy go home. But what's interesting is that Steph and Joe flipped on them and they wrote Coach and Chrissy.
I was going to say, so yeah, Jonathan still votes for Devins and Aubrey. Coach plays his shot in the dark, and then Chrissy votes for
Rizzo
and Emily. My assumption initially before listening to the interview was that Chrissy did that in the event that the shot in the dark worked. Because then...
And if the idol
was played. But then Chrissy in her confessional is like, I didn't think I was going home. Like, I didn't think it was going to be me.
That's
which
wild.
She just, I don't know, like her interview just seemed like...
It was confusing.
Yeah, she just seemed like kind of like out of touch. And like she kept harping like, it's an, like what you're seeing is an edit. Like you don't like, but I was like,
okay.
I mean, okay. But I'm like, Chrissy, like edit this, edit that. Like you said, I didn't think I was going home, and like literally everybody voted
for
you out,
including your alliance.
Yeah, except for Jonathan, because he's a dummy.
Yep.
Like Steph and Joe say what you want about honor and integrity BS, but it's like
they wanted to vote, correct?
Yeah, they know how to save face. Like there's no point if you know it's boring. Like that's something that happens on Big Brother a lot that people hate. Is people do the thing of like, oh, I already know this person's going home, so like just vote with the house, which is annoying, but like it's good strategy because you don't want to make yourself a target. And so that's what Joe and Stephanie did is like, okay, like the writing's on the wall, Coach and Chrissy are going home, so I'm just not going to rock the boat anymore.
Yeah, they knew what they needed to do.
Yeah.
And I think that it was really smart to bring in Joe the way that they did. I didn't see them, like I didn't see the people running the vote try and bring in Steph.
Well, and Joe, he says to, is it Emily or to Tiffany? He's like, he's whispering during the live tribal. He's like, I'm not voting Coach's name on principle.
Yeah.
And then he did it anyway.
I'm like, okay.
Like, okay. I never want to hear about honor and integrity from you or anyone else ever again. Okay.
Yes.
Doesn't have anything to do with who you are in real life.
No one's judging
so just
you.
Stop saying it.
Yes.
Because none of you believe that shit. You're all lying. You all pre-gamed. You all lied to everybody. Like, just shut up. Like, let it die. This
sit down
episode,
and play.
Let us never revisit that discussion ever again.
And you can still say, like, it's hard and it sucks that this is a game that you can't play with honor and integrity. Like, you can own that.
I have to hurt people's feelings. Like, I can't tell the truth, but like...
And I have to vote my friends
When you try
out.
and act this whole thing of like, nobody is going to win this game without honor. Like, I want to play a completely honorable game. I'm like, just shut up.
Just can it.
Just
can
shut up.
it.
Yeah, I don't want to hear
the
that
thing
ever
that
again.
I will say, though, is like, I do appreciate more Joe writing their names down, actually, instead of being like, I'm not writing them down.
Yeah.
Like Jonathan.
Yeah.
But I will only respect it and appreciate it if he's able to like own it and be like, you know, I've said I wanted to play this way and this and that, but I've realized like that's not how it goes.
Yeah.
And you got to do what's best for you, and it's just a game.
Yeah.
So whatever, we'll see what they make of that.
Yeah.
Shall we? Well, let's do Queen of the Week first, and then we can get into exit interviews.
I mean...
Unless you want to say anything else.
Oh, we can do Queen of the Week.
Triple Crown. Mama Suri
Fields. No discussion needed. Congratulations. Yeah, like like the only other person I think that could be in contention is Rick Devens because of his play with the idol.
For sure.
But I agree with Alicia that I think they were going to be safe no matter what because Suri like balled out in her challenge to come back and told everybody exactly what to do and they all did it.
She balled out in her social game where she has that much power and influence.
You had multiple people where their confessionals were about
her.
Like Christian has a whole confessional. Oh, the cavalry's here. Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Aubrey has a confessional of like, oh my God, like I hope that Suri can be my ally so that I can have all of her connections. She's so good. Like you get people singing her praises and me being delusional is like, oh, this is her winner's edit. Like,
no,
this
you're
is
not
her,
being delusional.
This is her winner's edit. The editors are having other people in the game be like, she's so fucking good at Survivor.
She is.
And I'm like, oh, she's winning. Oh, she's winning.
Girl.
She's winning.
One episode at a time.
She's winning. When she went to exile, I was screaming to Joshua. I was like, she's going to go to exile and she's going to find the idol that got played. Like, this is her moment. Like, she's going to find it. And so, like, okay, she didn't get an idol.
No.
She still can.
She still can.
She still can. And I'm choosing to believe that, like, it's her winner's edit. She's winning. She's winning. She's winning.
Okay.
She's going to win.
Okay.
She's going to win. So, yes, 3 weeks in a row. Congratulations to you. You're the queen of the week again. Yeah. We stand you forever.
And while Coach is the most delusional person on earth, he did say this in his exit interview.
Yeah.
Is it on the same page? Hold on. Sometimes I get confused with my flippy notebook. Okay, he did say la 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 la.
He said a lot of stuff.
He said a lot of bullshit, but he said some really good things about Suri. Where the heck is it? Hold on. We can't move on.
I mean, he's talking about like.
Oh, he said just when you think Suri is overrated, she pulls off stuff like this.
Yeah.
Like she just did in this episode. That's what he said word for word.
Yeah.
And then he said she really is all of that. Like she is. She is all of the hype that she deserves and gets. And just when people like sleep on her, she's like, really? I'll show you.
Yeah.
Like I will control this tribal and this vote in the most underrated, quiet way possible. And she's the one that came in the game with the biggest target on her back, I think. Like, she really, really did.
Her and the winners.
And
she's still there.
And she's still there.
And she's
the most well-connected, like,
and I'm like, listen, she needs to adopt the Sandra of it all. Because Sandra's like, that's what you get for plotting against me. And the queen stays queen. I'm like, every single person that has uttered anything about Suri or her allies is toast.
Baby, bye, 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 bye.
She's cutting them out. I need to go make like a super fierce edit to like some like cunty music of like Suri just like chopping everybody's heads off because it's just so fierce.
Her. It should be Her by Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love that song.
I'm so obsessed with Suri.
I love her too.
Yeah.
And so that is one thing Coach got right.
He did.
It's one thing that Coach got right.
The one thing.
The single thing.
Piece of information.
It's insane. I literally was writing down quotes from this like exit interview, just jaw gaping, astonished at like
I had to stop listening at a certain point.
No, it's
like
actually,
I got to the point where he was like, my son was saying this thing, and I just stopped listening because I was like, I don't care. I don't care.
That was one of my favorite parts where he was like, because he's quoting a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
And then he's like, my son said this quote that really just like impacted me. And it was like, Dad, we have some really hard, challenging moments at home, but you take those challenges and you turn them into happy memories. And that quote from my son to me, about me, just really hit me.
He loves...
What?
He loves the sound of his own voice, the smell of his own farts. Like, Coach is high on his own supply, like nobody I've ever seen, including, like, every person that I watch on Real Housewives. Coach is like more up his own ass than them.
Beyond.
It's
like he's lost.
Crazy.
He's lost in it. There's no map out. There's no map to back out of his own butt.
That quote from Pitch Perfect where it's like, is her name Chloe?
Yeah,
Chloe, can you please get your head out of your ass? It's not a hat.
It's not a hat.
Like,
yes.
Yeah.
That is him.
Yes.
Like, that was just the funniest thing to me where it literally is just laughable. Where it's like, Taylor, my favorite quote was one that my husband said. And
Yeah.
it went something like this. I might butcher it. Alicia, you are just the most amazing, gorgeous,
Talented, brilliant,
selfless,
show-stopping,
original,
totally unique,
never been
completely
done
not ever been done before,
like,
unafraid to reference. Yeah.
You are that incredible, and I love you.
Yeah.
When my husband said that to me, I was
It just spoke to me.
touched.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Like it.
Like
No
coach,
words.
Coach.
No words. What?
Like lobotomy at this point. Like, what are we waiting for?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
A lot of things that he claims in his exit interview. Rob Cesternino is like, so coach, you went into this game wanting to be the Tidewalker. And the Tidewalker died after the Blood Moon. And the Dragon Slayer came up from the earth. What was that about? And coach was like, it really all happened, around the Blood Moon. And it was when I lost to Dee, which I could have beat her, by the way. But I didn't on purpose because she looked to me and she looked at me and she said, coach. Yes. She said, coach, I got you. And I stepped down. And how fast she stepped down really solidified to me that I could have beat her, but I just didn't. Like I stepped down. I'm just like, coach, shut up.
He is unreal.
Literally shut up.
There's always an excuse.
There's always an excuse.
For everything that happens. It's
Yes.
never like, oh, I just sucked at the challenge. It's always like, well.
Yeah. I could have won, but I didn't want to because my alliance member said that she had me. And this was the funniest part to me. So then he talks about the D vote. And he was like, my alliance, Jonathan, Joe, Steph, and Chrissy, they wanted to walk into that vote and do a 12-0 vote. Like they didn't want to split the votes. And then I proceeded to write this down word for word. Maybe I'm just not playing with the smartest people. Think about it. It really was a game for me to win because you don't have the strategic masterminds out there. Like yourself, Rob Cesternino, like Steven Fishback, like John, like Cochran.
Who's playing strategically? Suri?
Yeah. He goes, but I mean, seriously, who is playing strategically this season? Suri? Who else? I mean, who... Or wait. Yeah, he said, I mean, who is playing strategically? I just couldn't believe it. He said...
This is unreal.
He said, I was playing really cool. I was playing Zen. But the idiocy of wanting to go into a 12-0 vote from my own alliance, I wasn't going to go home because of a shot in the dark. Anyway, he literally throws his alliance under the bus and calls them idiots. Calls them like the dumbest players, like wanting to.
Says nobody's playing strategically when, like, in reality, coach, like everybody's playing circles around you.
Yes.
Nobody's playing strategically. You went home because everybody out strategized you. You're a moron.
Yeah.
He's so dumb. I can't stand him.
No.
I don't ever want him on any show ever again. I'm being so serious. He gets asked at the end, like, coach, are you going to, like, do whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you interested in doing anything else? And coach is like, I'm not like Boston Robbins 3. I don't just go on any show that will take me.
He said, I turned down 2 this week.
I might do the Traders. And I'm just like, please, God, no.
Shut up.
Like, I understand the Traders that wants good TV, but like, please, we already saw. We don't need to cast, like, assholes. Okay, we saw this last week. We saw Michael Rappaport. We saw Colton Underwood. Like, we don't need casting like that. I don't want it. I don't want it at all. Please, traders.
Please don't.
Alan Cumming, I know you're listening to this podcast. I'm literally begging you.
We beg.
Please do not cast Coach on the Traders. Like, please do not do that.
Please.
I can't handle it.
No.
I don't want that to happen. Please, for the love of God, don't do it. Be so for real. Be real. I don't want it. I can't stand him. I can't stand him at all. He's amazing television. I'm like never gonna say no to that. Like, he's amazing TV, but he went out at the perfect time because like it had reached the point of like I can't take it anymore. Like the delusion, the oversaturation, just the million clips of him like laughing maniacally to himself in the hammock, speaking fucking haikus for some. I'm like, thank God he went out. Like, it's done. I never want to see him play again. He's crazy. He's annoying. I can't stand him.
No, I know.
I can't stand
I know.
And he was an enabler for people that are also like just so like awful. Like he enabled people like Stephanie and Jonathan and Chrissy. Like, oh God.
Please.
Like
Please.
Chrissy, I'll say, is the person that I've had the biggest change in opinion. Well, okay, maybe Ozzy's number one. Chrissy's number
For
two.
the worse.
Oh yeah, Chrissy's the like my perception of her like took a nosedive because I was a Chrissy stan.
Me too. And I was like,
a Chrissy stan, and this season,
I wish I could erase it.
It's an edit. I will agree with her. It's an edit, but like she just annoyed me. She annoyed me. She seemed really self-righteous.
The fact that she's best friends with Coach.
She
best
denied
friends.
in her exit interview with Sharon Thorpe. She denies that there was a Zoom alliance. Like, oh, I don't think that happened. Like, oh, I called people.
Whatever.
Shut up.
Literally,
Shut
like,
up,
just
girl.
stop. Just stop. Stop.
Be for
stop.
real.
Yeah.
Listen, we understand. You were robbed. You were robbed on 35, rightfully so. You were robbed. Like, you should have just take it and like been a robbed goddess. I think you coming back. I'm glad it was healing for her. I'm never, and who am I to say don't go on 50? I'm glad she, go off.
Do your thing.
Like, I'm
Get
not
the bag.
I'm not a Chrissy stan anymore.
No, me
not a
neither.
Chrissy
I'm
stan
just
anymore.
this lost it for me, and
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, really, just let down by a baddie.
Yeah.
She did have some good moves and like moments, and maybe we just didn't get to see enough. But like,
The strategic
I'm just
play we got
confused.
to see from her is good. It was just more
yeah,
of like
I just wanted to be like, Chrissy, you were better off with your villain edit from 35.
yeah.
Other things Coach said, just to like, if you don't agree with us yet, just hang on. He said, usually on Survivor, there is one camera per tribe, and then there's 3 cameramen for me. Because they're just that obsessed with him. He said, so I'm sitting in the hammock with 3 cameramen over me, so what do you expect me to do? I was going to give him a show, and that's what I did. What? Like, who is like, okay, yeah, so normally there's one cameraman for 7 people, 8 people, and then there's 3 cameramen just
I
for
don't
me
even feel like that's true.
because I'm that entertaining.
I don't even feel like that's true.
That's what he's
for
saying.
one tribe.
He said there's one cameraman per tribe, and then there's 3 cameramen for me.
Coach, I don't think that's... If he actually said that, I don't even think that's true.
He
'cause
did
it's
say
like,
that. Yeah.
there's-
I don't believe it.
There's conversations happening at the same time in multiple places, and they're all filmed, girl. What are you talking
And
about?
they are way more interesting things than you singing haikus in the hammock. Like, there are actual strategic conversations because you were on a season with strategic people, believe it or not.
You've played with strategic people on every season that you've been on, and you got outplayed by them every time because you're an idiot.
Yep. He did say, so Rob Sestrino asked for his feelings on Cirie, Rizzo, and Ozzy. Coach was like, I shouldn't have, and this is where he proceeds to throw Alliance members under the bus, which is very, I think, honorable of him.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's super cool. I think it's really loyal.
Yes.
I just think it shows his integrity.
Yes.
Just throwing that out there.
100%.
He said he took horrible advice from Chrissy the whole game. He said he should not have listened to Steph when Steph said that Cirie and Ozzy were with them. And he was like, I just believed Steph, and I took her word for it when I should have.
He drags Steph
No,
so
he
hard.
did.
Because he's like, Stephanie said this, and Cerie's outplayed her like on 5 different shows.
Yeah.
I'm like...
And I'm like, you're the idiot that listened to her.
Yeah.
Like, you believed her.
Yeah, he drags Steph. And honestly, she deserved that.
He then proceeds to admit that he pre-gamed with everyone and with Colby.
Admits, this was crazy.
This was insane.
Sorry, I didn't mean to steal your
Take it
thunder.
away.
He admits to literally cheating.
Yep. What did he do, Taylor?
He says that at Ponderosa, when they're under the contract of like the game has started,
Yep.
he somehow passes a note to Colby.
Yep.
Puts it in Colby's bag saying Rizzo first.
Yep.
Like get Rizzo out first.
Yep.
Like openly admits honor and integrity my fucking ass, bitch.
Yep.
Because he just admitted to cheating.
Yep.
After we just had this thing in 49 of people like pre-gaming and this, that, and they had locked down Ponderosa, he still did it.
He still did it.
He's so full of garbage,
He thinks he's
man.
just like that above the rules.
Yes, he's so awful.
Because it's like,
terrible.
what are you gonna do? Like kick me off the season? He didn't say that, but you know that's his.
Oh, yeah.
That's his energy in his air.
He's so annoying.
And he was like, "Listen, Rob, I'm just saving this information just for you. No other podcast
Exclusive.
is getting this.
Yeah.
Exclusive." I like slipped into, and he's like saying it like it's so cool. I'm like,
Yeah.
you are such an idiot.
Yeah.
You are so hypocritical. You're
Yes.
such a jerk.
Yeah.
Like, anyway.
Genuinely delusional.
Genuinely. And then he was so annoyed when like he connects with Colby. Sorry, I'm like screaming. I'm just passionate.
We're worked up. We're worked up.
Like my blood pressure this man is getting way too much airtime on the show and our podcast.
Yes.
But anyway, he's like, I was so annoyed when I connected with Colby and Suri, and they're all like, we love Rizzo. Like, he's totally in on this. And then he finds out that Rizzo's like a huge fan, and he's like, okay, whatever. Like, I've impacted Rizzo in such a big way.
Yeah.
He then proceeds to talk about Suri and how upset he was that Suri sat with him in the hammock, proceeded to ask him about his wife and kids, and then betray him. And he said, there's just a level of deep emotional deception that I don't play Survivor that way. Like, I don't play that on Survivor.
Deep emotional deception, girl. You
Deep
used religion to manipulate people. Like, it's crazy. Like, I genuinely think this is like a genuine, like,
study him
clinical thing happening, because it's like there's footage. There's literally footage that like disproves everything that he claims to do, say, and be. And he like, I don't like, I'm not a psychologist, but like, I don't know if it's like narcissism.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
Like, he genuinely does not think that he can ever do like anything wrong, and it's always someone else.
Nope. Yeah.
It's actually crazy.
No, it literally is like narcissism.
Yes.
Like textbook. Like, I hope his family's okay. I hope everyone around him is okay.
Yeah.
He's just
insane.
He's insane. He's insane.
He even goes on a thing of like, my alliance just got picked off like early on. Like, I had an alliance with Mike and with Charlie and Camilla. Like, people were just coming after. Like, I'm just like, okay, like,
whatever.
yeah, whatever, girl.
Literally whatever. And how did you have such a strong alliance with them? Was it pre-gaming?
Yeah.
Did you slip notes to them too? I'm confused.
Yeah. I need someone to slip me something right now,
I
because
know.
I just can't take Coach
I can't.
anymore.
Hey, he's gone.
Thank God.
He's gone.
Thank God.
Yes, thank you.
Thank
Thank
God.
you. One of the last things he says is he said, it's a quote from who the heck knows.
He loves the quote.
And he said, you must have chaos within you to birth a dancing star.
I'm pretty sure like somebody,
So,
like a quote, he had said it in an earlier episode. I think somebody had like looked it up and was like, they didn't say that.
You know,
I wanted to look up.
freaking Magellan is rolling over in his grave, and he's like, I did not say that.
I wanted to look up the Magellan quote, and I Googled it, and initially I didn't like immediately find a citation, but I was like, okay, I don't just want to assume, like, but that's my first thought was like, Magellan.
You know what?
He didn't say this shit.
No, you know what is so funny? Like, he is probably so delusional
look it up right now.
to how much like people love and believe him. And like, if I just say things confidently enough, no one's going to fact check me.
Yeah.
Like, no one will. That's what he thinks. And I love Rob Sesternino's such a good interviewer. And you know, he's just trying so hard to keep it together. You know that that's like his situation. And it's so funny because at the end of the interview, he's like trying to wrap it up. And the very end of the interview is when he brings up his son's quote. And Rob's just like, okay, yep, okay, coach. Well, thank you so much for your time. Like, you were such an icon, blah, 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 blah. Oh, my word.
Okay.
Bless you, Rob.
He apparently said this Magellan quote in like the preseason.
Okay. Like in an interview?
Well, he says, so this is what he says. Let's see. Coach has a mystery of misquoting things. He just says stuff trying to be profound. I don't even think Coach knows the exact quote. Because he says the Magellan thing. Someone found a quote that's like kind of similar, where I think this is the closest thing that was actually said is like, the sea is dangerous and its storms terrible, but these obstacles have never been sufficient reason to remain ashore. Unlike the mediocre, intrepid spirits seek victory over those things that seem impossible. It is with an iron will they embark on the most daring of all endeavors to meet the shadowy future without fear and conquer the unknown.
That's
so,
the actual quote?
I think that's like the closest that it was.
That's a really good quote.
I felt like I needed to properly quote Magellan. Okay, someone says, Coach really does paraphrase. I felt like I needed to properly quote Magellan. The sea is dangerous and its storms terrible, but these obstacles have never been sufficient reason to remain ashore. Just for everyone who wanted to know the actual quote. So he didn't even quote him right.
No.
He's so dumb.
He is.
He's dumb.
He is dumb.
Oh
Chrissy,
my gosh.
I mean, I don't think she said anything interesting that I haven't mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't. Actually, I mentioned everything like in this episode that
She was kind of giving like Bitter Betty a little bit.
A little bit. But Bitter Betty, but like trying to come off as the person that's like, I am just so grateful.
So healed. Yeah.
I'm so healed. I'm so grateful to come back to my life. Like, I have such a good life.
Yes.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Anyway, she's definitely bitter. And I think her and Coach will be friends for a very, very long
Will
time.
they be friends? Coach
mean,
was dragging everybody.
He was, including Chrissy. He said he took bad advice from her repeatedly.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
I don't know.
I hope that I'm glad we're getting a live reunion because I want things. Because remember when I said last week,
Oh, girl, I'm so excited.
Dee said that like post game was messy.
Yeah.
And I want to see the mess.
Stoked.
I'm
I
here for
want
the
to see
mess.
it. I want to see it so bad.
Alicia, to close our episode.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I share a haiku that I wrote?
Oh my heaven's sakes. I want nothing more.
Okay, this is a haiku that I want to dedicate to Benjamin Wade.
Yes.
Which is Coach's name. The tidewalker falls, fueled only by delusion. The slayer is slain.
That was the best haiku I've ever heard.
Thank you.
That was good.
I came up with it in like 30 seconds after the episode ended.
Incredible.
I was like, I need to write something for the pod.
I need
And I
that,
was
like,
I need delusion in here.
I need that tattooed
I'll
on me.
tweet this at Coach tonight.
Thank
Like,
you.
I wrote you haiku, babe.
Please do. Please do. That was the perfect way to end this episode. Is there anything else you want to share?
I think that we are good. I think the queens have spoken.
The queens have spoken. 50 is looking up.
It is.
It is on the up and up.
Yes.
The game is blown wide open.
Yes.
And we will see, how it continues to play out. I'm interested to see how the supposed middle people who actually I think just were unable to play because Coach was ruling everything. Anyway, whatever. It's going to be good. It's going to be really good. Sari, we're so proud of you. Queen of the week.
Take
three
it
times
home.
in a row.
Take it home, Sari.
Yes. We love you.
Yes, we do.
We can't say that enough.
Yes.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Anything else? I'm like, why am I brain farting? I feel like there's something we're forgetting.
You're burping, you're brain farting. There's so much coming out.
So much coming out. Everything besides the haikus, apparently.
Yeah.
So have a great week.
Yes.
Let us know your thoughts and tune in for next week.
Yep. We will see you then. Bye, everyone.
Bye.